Hey guys, good morning. I hope everybody's doing amazing. So, celebrating freedom, my 8th year of freedom, and I'm giving away 100 copies of my Quick Conspiracy book for free. But more importantly, when you download that book and come to my Freedom Live event, which is going to be a virtual event that I'm going to be hosting live or starting July 5th, I'm going to give you a copy of the Freedom Exit Strategy Checklist. Guys, if you want to get free, you've got to have a plan. And that is the biggest mistake that most entrepreneurs make. You know, they lied about leaping. They lied. People talking about take the leap. No, no, don't take the leap. Get a plan, get a formula, figure out how things are going to work so that when you leave, you don't ever have to come back. Now, the truth of the matter is, your job will never love you back. No matter how hard you work, no matter what amount of time and attention to detail you put into it, your job is never going to pay you what you're worth. If you agree with that, say me in the chat. Say good morning. Tell me where you're coming in from. So you got to make a plan to do something you love and something that is going to love you back. And I see people out here talking about how hard it is to be an entrepreneur, but the truth of the matter is it's just as hard, if not harder, to work for somebody else for the rest of your life. If you agree with me, say me in the chat. To, hey, good morning, Sublime Thinkers. We need to connect. I wrote your name down and then I never found you. I don't think, unless you told me your government name. Tell me what it is. Your job will never pay you your worth. You're going to be always overlooked, underpaid, underappreciated at a job. Johanna, send me a note on Facebook. I just ran across your name in my notebook this morning. So, what you have to realize is that you got to protect you. And as women, we're so busy making sure we show up at work, making sure we take care of the family. I was talking to somebody yesterday and they were like, Coach, I don't want to be a greeter at Walmart once I retire. Hey, good morning, Trina. I don't want, Trina, remind me I need to send you something about a food truck grant. I don't want to be a greeter at Walmart all my life. I don't want to have to leave work and then go to work. That beats the purpose of retirement. But if you're not prepared to take care of yourself financially, that's exactly what's going to happen. And being in denial about it, ignoring it, not taking care of it is not good enough. That's not good enough. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes. I cannot express to you how much sacrifice I made to get here. Now, it was worth it. And I continue to make the sacrifices to stay here. But you got to ask yourself, what are you willing to give up to have it all? And that means you can't have it all right this minute. That may means that you have to do without some things right now. We live in a society that unfortunately people don't want to make a sacrifice for now in order to have it all later. But I know clients who have turned their cable off in order to be able to afford coaching. I know clients who said, I'm not going to go get a new car. I'm going to drive this car that I already have, because eventually, see, you're either going to make the sacrifice now or you're going to sacrifice later. But eventually, you're going to have to give up something to get beyond where you are now. And there's no way around it. You know, stop listening to them stories of people that talk about they built their business with their bootstraps. Stop listening to that. So let me run the tape back. Can you at least sacrifice your time? I see all of these entrepreneurs and they refuse to even apply for grants. You know you need the money to build your business, but you're not applying for every single grant you see. That doesn't make sense to me. You either got the time or you got the money. So are you at least willing to sacrifice the time to learn, the time to put in the applications, the time to do the homework? That's all it is, y'all, is a book report. That's it. And are you willing to study and turn in a book report? So again, you can't say, I want to be free on one hand, and then on the other hand, not be knocking it out. I'm reading this book, Knocking Down, Killing and Dragging Home, or something like that. But it's about being a savage, and not being a savage, being mean to people, but being a savage with your discipline, being a savage with your execution, being a savage with holding yourself accountable. Be that same savage. Be that same savage in your business that you are at work. Let's talk about that. The mass majority of people that work a job, I know me. I'm going to just talk about me. I ain't going to talk about you, girl, because I don't want you to be mad at me. I'm going to talk about me. When I worked a job, there was nothing they could ask me to do that I didn't do. Nothing. If they asked me to complete a real deadline, I did that. If they asked me to train somebody that was going to take over my position, I did that. I worked for supervisors who never gave me credit. I worked for unappreciative people that never gave me accolades. And call myself being happy. But that was all brainwash. Every bit of that was brainwash. And so along comes the internet, and you mean to tell me that I can do this same work for myself that I'm doing for somebody else? Oh, and I can make more? And it definitely ain't any more hours, because I was already working a whole lot of hours. There's this false sense of security that we have with a job. We have this false sense of I'm safe at a job. Yet millions of people get laid off without notice, without preamble, every single year. It could be as simple as they don't like your hair. It could be as simple as you got a new boss and they brought their old team with them. You could be doing absolutely nothing wrong and lose your job. And so it is really up to you to protect yourself. And I see so many people that say, well, coach, I'm all over the place. Well, girl, you're not all over the place at that job. You're not. Coach, I need somebody to hold me accountable. You don't need nobody to hold you accountable at that job. Because if they don't do what you say, if you don't do what they say do, they're going to put you out the door. Same thing with your business. Same thing. It's the same exact thing. No matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter how good it doesn't feel, if you don't do it, you work a job. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. I mean, it's black and white. It's as simple as that. Oh, I don't like making video. If your job told you to make video tomorrow, girl, you'd be in front of that camera skinning and grinning. Come on now. Somebody say that's true, coach. If your job told you tomorrow that if you don't get out here and make these videos, we gonna box you up and put you out the door. Girl, you be in front of that camera smiling so hard. Girl, like like them old school pictures we used to take. Y'all remember that? Remember back when your mama had put all that grease on your face? Remember when your mama used to do your hair? And then when you got through, she put all that grease on your face from your hair. And then if it was a little left, she put it on your elbows and your knees. Do y'all remember that? And you remember how you went to school and you took that school photo and you was smiling so very hard. That's what you would do if your job told you to do it. So why are you not doing it for yourself? So guys, if you haven't already gone to bit.ly/freeme2023, I'm having a mega event on July 5th. I want to invite you all, plus you get a copy of my book, The Quick Conspiracy, as well as during that event, we're going to be walking through it. I'm going to give you a copy of your freedom strategy checklist. You've got to have a plan to get free. You know, nobody's just going to, Harriet gone, y'all. Baby, Harriet is gone. You ain't got nobody that's just going to come and escort you out of your job. It's just not going to happen, y'all. You got the power to free yourself, but will you use your power? And it's this simple. People want to overcomplicate it. You want to overthink it. It's as simple as, will you get out here? Number one, do whatever it takes. Good morning, Miss Berlin. Will you get out here? Number one, do whatever it takes. And number two, make the money you need to replace your job. That's it. That's it. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Oh, well, coach, what would I do? Whatever you're doing for them, you can do for you. If you're teaching for them, you can teach for you. If you're training for them, you can train for you. If you're coaching for them, you can coach for you. Those same skills that they pay you for are worth 10x more out here in these streets. With no salary cap. Ain't no, oh, you make too much. This is how you give yourself a raise. And I promise you, 8 billion people on the planet, somebody's going to buy what you're offering if you offer it enough. Are you willing to stand in the pain and offer it enough? And that's just the lesson. It's the lesson for you. It's the lesson for me. It's the lesson for everybody. It is the lesson for everybody, and it doesn't change. Are you willing to do for you what you're willing to do for them? When you had a job, you get up and go to work when you're sick. When you got a job, you get up and go to work when you don't feel well. You get up and go to work when your kids are sick. When people pass away, you still get up and go to a job. But somehow, some way, over here, you find all these reasons why you can't do it. Oh, I don't have enough time for my business. but you find time for the job. You show up regardless at the job. So again, once you make that switch, good morning, Crystal. Once you make that switch to putting your business first, once you make that switch to making money for yourself first, find time for that job. The job ain't going nowhere. You feel like if you don't go in there and give 118%, they're going to let you go, but that's not true. They ain't letting Bob go in. He ain't giving 118%. And to be honest, on your worst day, you still outworking Bob. And I promise you, if you stop, they wouldn't notice for a long time. Girl, because Bob gonna do Bob, and Bob gonna still make more money than you. Bob gonna still take more time off than you. Bob gonna call in when his kid's sick, when his wife ain't feeling well. We gotta stop being subject to our own mind frames, our own mindset. It's your mindset that's keeping you at a job. Is that you can't even see yourself free. Can you see yourself not working a traditional job? Can you see yourself making just as much money for yourself as you do for somebody else? And that's what the Quick Conspiracy is all about. So make sure you go in, download your copy, bit.ly/freeme2023. My whole month of July, I'm starting early, is dedicated to you getting free. But guess what I can't do? I can't want your freedom for you more than you want it. Somebody say true, coach. I can't want you to be free more than you want it. I can't make a bigger sacrifice than you're willing to make. Everybody has got to give their own sacrifice for their own freedom. I can't believe for you. I know it's possible, but I can't do the work. And it don't mean that I don't love you. It just means I can't do the work. You know, and that's the truth. So guys, if you're ready to take a journey, because that's what pursuing your freedom is, it's a journey. And you got to stop being so afraid of failure that you stay at a job or you stay in your current condition. And you know, you got to make that choice. And it is a difficult choice, but it's just so worth it. So guys, I'm looking forward to this whole freedom journey with you. I'm working on my daily time so I can know what time I'm going to be coming here every day. Jesus, pray for me. But make sure you download your copy of the Quick Conspiracy free, bit.ly/freeme2023. And I look forward to helping you guys on this freedom journey. Have a great morning, guys.